the truth. It's not that districts won't hire you because you are new. It's that you are selling yourself short. So let's talk about it.
Hey, teacher bestie. My name's Helena, and I'm the creator of the Present Teacher Podcast. I'm a first-year teacher coach, and in this podcast, you are going to learn everything from simple, actionable classroom management, social emotional learning, and teacher wellness strategies. You know that impact you want to make in the classroom? Well, we're going to make it happen here.
For those of you that are new, hi, my name's Helena, a coach for new and first year teachers, and welcome to the Present Teacher. So let's dive in. First, it's totally normal to think that you are not, that you are underqualified and someone else with more experience is going to get the job. You are told from the beginning to take any job that you get, to be grateful, and to not be too picky just to get your foot in the door. We're told that often, when we don't get the job, a go-to reason that many districts give is because they went with someone with more experience. And it's normal to feel this way as a new teacher or a second teacher career. But here's the reality. You have more experience than you think. The problem is you're just not applying it correctly. Even though you may not have a lot of teaching experience, you have student teaching experience. You have experience from your degree, from going to school, from any extracurricular activities, from any clubs that you ran. And the reality is, you have more experience than you're giving yourself credit for, and all of those can be used towards this career. And oftentimes, even second career teachers who go into this profession as a second career don't often utilize their first career as an asset to why they would be a perfect fit as a teacher for this position now. So let's talk about where teachers often undersell themselves. They often minimize. They think, oh, it's not that big of a big deal. Most teachers can do that. Most people can do that. But the reality is that's not true. You have unique experiences and unique skill set that set you apart from other teachers. You downplay a lot. A lot of teachers downplay their experiences, thinking it's no big deal. Other teachers can do it, like I said. But the truth is, your history and past is nothing like the teacher next to you, so it's important that you highlight what makes you different. And student teaching or other experiences don't count. That's not true. What you learned as a student teacher or any other career or any other job opportunities that you had, those can absolutely be a benefit to the school. A great example of this is I had a second career teacher who was on my team, and she was in management for her first career. This was her second career. She was a great asset to have as a teammate because she was great as leading the team. And if she wouldn't have utilized that during her interview to help her stand apart from other teachers, she might have had a harder time getting a job, whereas she knew that this experience helped set her apart from other teachers. So let's talk about where we can reframe this. So we all have things that make us unique, or what I like to call here on the Present Teacher, our it factor. It's what sets us apart. So let's figure out yours. What makes you stand out from other teachers? Do you have a second career? Is this your second career, and your first career is something you can use towards your first? For me, what makes me different is I see patterns and systems, and I'm really good at tweaking those patterns and systems to optimize them. Your experience and uniqueness makes you valuable. Maybe it's if you listen or read my book, That New Teacher Next Door, I talk about how I have a history of mental health illness in my family where somebody did pass away from it. And I use that as an asset to why I'm such a strong teacher now. So now that you've had some time to figure out what your unique it factor is, determine what makes you different than all the other teachers. What makes you stand out? What's your it factor? And then think of 3 to 5 stories that highlight or support that. So if I were to go to patterns and systems, for example, that would be mine as an example. And then I can use how I maximize my prep to get 1 week of planning and prep done for the following week ahead. For example, I could use other specific stories, like how I have my students run the classroom without me saying a word using these systems, and I could dive into a specific example. So come up with 3 to 5 stories that highlight or support your it factor so you can use it when you get asked an interview question. So now that we talked about the frame, let's talk about the identity shift. So you are worthy of a position because you are. Your worth isn't measured by your experience. It's you are just worthy because you naturally are. You are unique. There is no other person out there like you. There is no other teacher out there like you. So it's time to highlight what makes you different and be proud of it. Be proud of the uniqueness and share it loud with the world. Now let's talk about how to take action. Come up with your it factor and highlight it in one interview question or in your cover letter. Highlight one thing that sets you apart and make sure to include that in an interview question or make sure to highlight that on your cover letter. So, that wraps up everything we talked about. As a recap, we talked about how it's completely normal to think that you're underqualified, but the truth is you're just selling yourself short. We talked about the reality of this, where teachers undersell themselves. We talked about how to reframe this mindset, the identity shift you're going to need to make, and how to take action. If you found these helpful, I'd really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, leave a review so more teachers can get content like this about how to not get hired by any school but the right school. If you want to take this interview conversation further, make sure to check out my free teacher interview guide. It has my top 10 tips on how to get hired with the right district and by linking to additional podcasts and YouTube videos because I've got a lot of content now. So it directly links them so it'll save you time. If you want to take it a step further and you want help customizing your cover letter and resume to match the district you're researching, make sure to check out my teacher interview bundle. It has over 10 matching cover letter and resume templates with wording already done for you. I show you how to research and fill out the templates. It also has follow-up emails and a demo lesson template. If you want the whole process, the whole experience from researching districts to getting that first interview, what to say during the interview, and how to follow up, make sure to check out Land Your Dream Job. This is my experience for teachers who are tired of applying to multiple places and not getting hired, and they're ready for that dream interview where it feels like you're having coffee with a friend. I absolutely love this experience, so make sure to check it out if this sounds like something you're looking for. As always, remember we are stronger together, and I'll see you in the next one, Teacher Bestie. Bye!
Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. I hope that you were able to take away some value that will help you thrive inside and out of the classroom. It would mean the world to me if you could take 5 seconds right now and leave a review on this podcast. And if you found this podcast especially helpful, make sure to take a screenshot of this episode right now and tag me on your socials to let me know you're listening. As always, remember that we are stronger together with all the love in the world. Helena, aka the Present Teacher. See you next time, Teacher Bestie.